Hi guys, Crimson here with Crimson Gaming telling you how to gear up in Battle for Azeroth as a fresh 120. The first great way is through dungeons. Surprise, surprise, right? Dungeons are a great way to push you and get those extra few pieces of gear that you need. So you can either queue up as normal, heroic, or mythic depending on what your gear score currently is. Normal doesn't give that great of gear, but it's a great stepping stone to go into heroic, which you do have to be 305 to queue for. Heroic also doesn't give that great of gear, but it's definitely worth doing to get into Mythic dungeons. To queue for Mythic, you just go into the pre-made groups on the side there, and you can scroll through and find either the Mythic 0 or the Mythic Keystone that you want to do. Or you can even create your own group. Mythic dungeons do give 340 gear, which is why it's a great thing to do. And at the end, if you end up doing like a Mythic Plus, like a Mythic 2 or something, you do have a weekly chest that you can go open, which gives you even better gear. That's depending on what kind of key you run, like what number, it can give you even better gear than a Mythic 0. So be sure to definitely do your Mythic keys. I would say do at least a 4 each week to really keep it going. The next thing you can do is looking for raid. So you just go into that same little thing, but into Raid Finder, and you can queue up for heals, tank, or DPS, whichever one that you play, and queue for whichever wing of LFR that you want to do. It does reward 340 gear as well, but it has a chance to upgrade and lets you learn the boss fights in Old Year. The third way is through war fronts. War fronts are a great way to just get some extra gear, honestly. You can queue up when it's your faction's time to queue up, and you do get the quest first, which is a guaranteed 370 from that quest. So be sure you guys are picking up that quest if your faction can at that point, and queuing up for the warfront. You do have to be 320 to queue up, but you do not have to be 320. Just go into Arathi and kill the rares. This is the portal person for Alliance, but on Horde they have a similar one. So you can just go and hit send me to Arathi Highlands, and you can run around there and kill all the rares, and they have a chance to drop a 340. Also, when your faction controls the zone, you do have a chance at a world boss who does drop 370s. So you definitely should be killing that world boss if you can and if it's available to your faction. While you're in Arathi Basin, there are different quests that you can do. There's several different quest givers. Be sure you guys are doing those because it does have the chance to reward a 340 piece of gear, which if you're a fresh 120, that's a great way to build up your gear score, is just those free 340s that you're getting from the rares and the quests and everything. And if it's your faction's time, be sure you guys are doing those world bosses and the quests. The next thing you can do is World Quests. World Quests are available all around Kultiris and Zuldazar. World Quests are a great way to just get in some extra gear that you can just run in and do really quickly. The World Quest currently that I'm showing is one of the ones that rewards gear. There's several around the world that do reward the gear, so you need to make sure you keep an eye out for that. World Quests also build up for Emissary. So at the bottom left-hand corner, right there, it shows that you can get what you can get from the Emissary quest. So right there, for example, the Storm's Wake rewards a 340 piece of gear, which is a great way to just make sure you are getting that piece of gear. It's 100%. You do get it if you complete those 4 Emissary quests for that faction, which is great. And that's pretty much it for World Quests. Make sure you guys are doing them consistently. They reset every day. The fifth way is through player versus player or PvP. If you guys are into arenas or battlegrounds, this is a great fun way to gear up. So each week when you win in arenas, it gives you conquest points, and the conquest points builds up to this piece of gear. It is a catch-up, so each week you will get the next piece of gear that they have given you, basically. So like the first week is a weapon. So if you go and do like the conquest and you win all those arenas, and you'll get that guaranteed piece of gear. When you're also doing arenas and battlegrounds, you have a chance to get gear, each one that you win or lose. Sometimes even they'll give you gear for that. So make sure you guys are doing the battlegrounds because it does reward the gear, and that you guys are doing arenas if you are into arenas and want that conquest piece. It's a great way to gear up, and it's fun. So make sure you guys are doing that. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This was Crimson with Crimson Gaming again. If you liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you all, and I hope you all have a great day.